Hello viewers, welcome to today's episode. Today we are going to talk about things that women should not do for a man in a dating relationship. This is specifically for people who are dating, that things that a woman should not do for a man in a dating relationship. Before we continue, may I encourage you to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, subscribe, like the video, and share it with others. Thank you so much for the support that you're showing us on this channel. So, things that a woman should not do for a man in a dating relationship. Number one, a woman should not pay rent for a man in a dating relationship. A dating relationship. You are still dating. A woman is not supposed to pay rent. My emphasis is on dating. My emphasis is on dating relationship. A woman should not take the responsibility of paying rent for a man in a dating relationship. This is because a man should take his own responsibility. A man should pay his own rent when you are dating. When a woman takes over the responsibility of paying rent, you might be surprised that even when you get married, the man will expect you to pay rent. Unless if you not have a problem with that, unless if you not have issues with that you are the one paying rent for the house. I'm not against supporting each other in a relationship, but the issue here, the underlying issue is responsibility. The man should be able to take responsibility for his rent. It's about being responsible. A woman should not jump to take the responsibility of paying rent for a man because maybe she wants to secure the relationship. Let the man pay rent for his house. Because when you start doing that when you're dating, it might become the norm in your relationship until you get married, and you're married, you're still responsible for the rent. As a woman, you're responsible for the bills. The man is just there being a man married to you. So I encourage women that let the man take responsibility for his rentals. Number two, it's related to number one. Don't allow a man to depend on you financially. You are in a dating relationship. It's another case when you're married. It's a totally different scenario when you're married. But when you're dating, don't be in a position where the man is financially depending on you as a woman. Same reasons. If you do that in a dating relationship, don't be surprised when you continue to be the breadwinner and the provider of the home, even when you're married. Because when you might think that when we get married, things will be different. You set the standard of how you want to run your home when you are dating. That's the whole purpose. Unless the man has had some challenges for a short period of time, and as a woman you can support. But I'm talking about making it as a norm that you are the one providing for the man. This is because at some point you get tired as a woman and then you start complaining. But the time to set the standard is when you're dating. Number three, don't be silent in a relationship with the aim of keeping the relationship going. In this case, I'm talking about speaking up. If you have things that you feel that they are not going in the right direction, speak up. Don't be quiet because you want to appear like the nice girl. Don't be quiet because you don't want to provoke him. Then there is a problem. If when you speak up, he's being provoked, then there is a problem in that relationship. You need to address those issues. In a relationship, you should be able to speak up. You should be free to speak up. I assure you, if you can't speak up in a relationship when you're dating, you will not be able to speak up when you get married. You will not be able to speak up. And some of these things, maybe we are privileged today that we are able to talk about them. But some years ago, people were not talking about this. People were just saying, oh, when you find a man, especially if you go to church, find a man in the church. But there are so many issues that have to be addressed. You grew up from different areas. You have to create a space where you should be able to speak in a relationship. I'm not saying that you can just be talking about everything, but it should be a safe place where you are able to talk about your concerns. You are able to talk about your needs. You should be able to talk about the things that you feel like they're not going in the right direction. You should be safe to talk about that. You shouldn't be silent. You shouldn't hide your pain so that you should look as if you are nice. Don't hide your pain. Talk about issues. Don't pretend. Don't pretend that you're okay when you're not. Talk about the issues in the relationship. And I'm sure mature adults, they should be able to address issues. It's not like one of the partners just talks about anything. When someone talks, that means there are issues to be discussed. So there has to be that respect where people are allowed to speak in a relationship. And then lastly, don't put your dreams on hold because you want to secure a man. In this case, I'm talking about putting everything down because you are in a relationship. As a woman, if you have the opportunity to continue with your studies, you should be able to do that. If you have an opportunity to work, you should be able to work. If you have an opportunity to do business, do business. Don't give up everything because you have found a man. You are dating someone. You need that. It's good for your mental health as a woman to be doing something. You want to see that you're achieving something. You are not in competition with anyone, but you are doing something. As human beings, we are created to be doing something. We are not created just to sit down and doing nothing. Either you are doing business or you're working, but don't give up everything because you have found a man. Don't lose yourself in the process. Be doing something. You still have to maintain your identity as a person while you are in love with someone. Thank you so much for watching. If there are any more things that you think a woman should never do for a man in a dating relationship, you can add them in the comments section and then we'll talk about them. Thank you so much for your support. May I encourage you to subscribe, like the video, share it with others. See you next time.